Hey guys, what is going on? Raf here. Today we're going to be talking about Thief. Thief is the newest title of the franchise. The game takes place in a very dark world, and you will spend most of the time hiding in the shadows and running away from enemies. Garrett has this cool ability called Swoop, where he can move really fast from point A to point B. It becomes helpful when moving from shadow to shadow. Fighting is not really an option in Thief. This is something I like because it really forces you to play stealthily, and you can't be running around being Rambo and killing everybody and expect to win. Now escaping becomes a problem when you're in a building or in a cramped area because you can't really climb everything like they had made it seem. And sometimes you can't even climb over a bench. I was really looking forward to climbing around to explore the whole city, but instead you end up climbing only things that have a scratch mark on them or they glow blue when you press the focus button. Focus is an ability that helps you do things faster. For example, you can pick locks faster, also you can see interactive objects and see collectible items. And most of these collectibles that you're going to be picking around are going to be used as your currency in order to buy upgrades and ammo. So you really gotta look for items around the level if you want to get Garrett upgraded and make the game a lot easier. Garrett, as the main weapon, he has a bow and a lot of different cool types of arrows. You have fire arrows, you have water arrows that you can use to turn off lights, regular arrows, flash arrows, rope arrows, blunt arrows, and you also can get other equipment such as wire cutters and a screwdriver. Now a cool feature in the game is that the difficulty can be customized as much as you want. From removing crosshairs to getting a game over if you get caught. Which means that if you're in the last level and you get caught, it's game over. You gotta start from the beginning. So it really gives you a lot of freedom with your playstyle, depending if you want a challenge or not. Now one thing I don't understand is how in a game that is so customizable, you can't customize the controller. Because on the console, the controls feel very confusing and it's hard to master, at least for me. Especially when you're trying to run away from an enemy and you hit the crouch button instead of the sprint button. One of my main concerns is that the game has very serious frame rate issues. The game starts lagging and most of the time is during cutscenes and sometimes during the gameplay. To me, this is unacceptable because you're paying $60 plus tax for a game that doesn't even have multiplayer, so the campaign should be as smooth as possible if not perfect.
Aldous, present the keys.
Oh, and it has way too many loadings and they take forever too. Graphics. I know graphics are not supposed to be a big thing in the games, but if you're playing on next gen or you're playing on PC, you're expecting the graphics to be amazing. And this game looks like it was made for current gen and then they made it HD.
Everything else is gone.
Oh, come on, Garrett.
The story lacks something. Sometimes it's interesting and cool things happen, but other times it becomes a little boring and sometimes you don't even know what's going on. The voice acting is good, the actors do a good job trying to move the story forward.
Garrett, I'm slipping! Ah! Garrett, use me the claw!
But sometimes when Garrett talks to himself, he just says some corny stuff.
I might be dressed in leather, but I don't think I'll pass as the cabaret act for the evening.
The good news is that the game has a very good and solid soundtrack that helps you get in the mood of the game. In the end, the only thing that you really end up caring about is that Garrett is a badass and figuring out ways to loot as much as you can in certain situations. Thief had all the elements to be a really awesome game, but instead it is a game that aims very high, but it lands short from its ambition. I give Thief
7.5.
If you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.